Lazy Sunday afternoon, I got no time to worry. Hi everybody, welcome to my latest YouTube video. Beatle Day with the Record Collector. I hope you're well and dandy out there in Beatles world, the VC, record collectors, people on YouTube, and anybody else on the internet that's just come across my little channel. You're all very welcome. Just before I start this video, I've got to say a massive, and I do mean this sincerely, a really massive thank you to everybody is subscribing. We're nearly, and I can't believe that I'm saying this, we're nearly at 4,000 subscribers. You know, it's amazing. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at the records that I got from our recent trip to Nottingham at the end of September. I did manage to find 2 record shops that were still open. Well, actually I found 3, but we only bought records from 2 shops. Now we've featured the ones that we got from Rob's Records, and these ones today are from, just bear with 1 sec, Rough Trade Records, who are in Nottingham. Now until we went the other day, I didn't even know there was a Rough Trade in Nottingham. All these records that we're going to feature are brand new sealed records. I haven't opened any of them. All I've done, I've done a little cut on them so that I can open them now with you, so you're going to be seeing them for the first time. But 2 of the records I did feature on my Beatles birthday things, but we didn't actually go into much detail. So if you're sitting comfortably, I'll begin, because it's, you know, a minute and a half already and I haven't showed you any goodies. The first one is, if I keep putting my head down I will apologise, but I'm trying to stand up and do this to make it look a little bit more professional. So the first one is this. This is what Sue bought me for my birthday. This is the only one that wasn't from Rough Trade. I think Sue got this off eBay, and it's Pop Go the Beatles. And this is supposed to be on coloured vinyl, so I will put that there so that you can see the track listing. And I've sort of like opened this at the side, but I haven't actually looked at it yet, so just bear with 1 sec. They don't make it easy for you to open these, do they? So this is supposed to be a special limited edition of 750, but on nowhere on there does it say what number this is. Does it say it on the record? No. This is in a nice black polylined sleeve. No, it's not polylined, is it? Just paper sleeve. Very hard to get out. It's nice though. Now I've said I've just opened this, there's a hell of a lot of dust on it. So that is the A side. I'm sorry if you get any glare off my light, but I'm trying to light it up a bit because it's very dark in the UK today. Isn't that nice? Don't know what it sounds like yet. Obviously I haven't played any of these because I'm actually sealed to reveal, as they call it. I'm doing that for these, so I hope you'll enjoy it. It's actually a very heavyweight record. That's got to be 180 gram. The only thing that I'm a bit wary about on that is nowhere on there does that say what number this is. So how do you know it's limited edition of 750? I don't know. It's nice though, isn't it? Isn't that nice? Apparently there is one with pink on it, which is love songs, which I'm trying to get. So that's that one. Then I got this one. I've got a copy of this. I've already got a copy of this, and I think I've got a picture disc of this somewhere. But the vinyl version I've got of this, the vinyl's okay, but the actual cover is crap. It's got water damage. So this is the Beatles, the Decca audition. So this features Pete Best on drums. And it is actually quite good. It's been released many times. It was released to the Silver Beatles and stuff like that in the early 80s. But on this you do get a couple of Lennon McCartney originals. So you get like Dreamers Do. You get Hello Little Girl, and you get Love of the Love. They were never officially released till this came out, but having said that, I don't think this is a bona fide official release. So on this you've got like Dreamers Do, Lennon McCartney, vocal by Paul. Money, vocal by John. Till There Was You, vocal by Paul. Shriek of Arabic, vocal by George. To Know Her His to Love Her, vocal by John. Take Good Care of My Baby, vocal by Paul. Now I always thought John sung that, but I could be wrong. Memphis, vocal by John. Sure to Fall, vocal by Paul. Side B, Hello Little Girl, vocal by John plus Paul. Three Cool Cats, brilliant song, vocal by George. Crying, Waiting, Hoping, vocal by George. Love of the Loved, Cilla Black had a hit with that, vocal by Paul. September in the Rain, vocal by Paul. Besame Mucho, vocal by Paul. And then Searching, vocal by Paul. So that is the track listing. I'll leave that there if you want to freeze it and zoom in. Now I think this might be a gatefold. So I'm just going to cut it here very carefully. And then you're going to see it as I see it. I'll be careful with my trusty old penknife. Good job I got my glasses on really, isn't it? This was £14.99 by the way. For a brand new sealed record, which isn't sealed anymore. Deluxe Gatefold Edition, 180 gram. HQ Virgin Vinyl. Features the full 15 song set from the famous audition recorded by Decca on January the 1st, wasn't it? 1962. So if I take this off carefully, that should come out, shouldn't it? Has it done it? There was 1 second folks, talk amongst yourselves or whatever you want to do. Put that down there. Oops. I better do that, won't it? So I've took the shrink wrap off so I can keep all those stickers, and it is actually gatefold. It's nice, isn't it? It is actually quite nice, where mine isn't a gatefold. Lovely photos there. Why was Pete Best sacked from the Beatles? Will we ever really know? I don't think we ever will we? Andrew seems happy enough in his own little world now, don't he? I've actually met Pete Best a couple of times when we go to Liverpool. Sometimes bump into him. Lovely chap, really is a lovely chap. So this is side one. As set again, I don't think this is a official release. I think it's like a semi-official or a bootleg. Sorry, I did that wrong. That's side one. And that is side two. And this is on the DOL label, Dole label. And you do get it in a polyline sleeve this time. What was that on Dole? This one on Dole. That's reel to reel, that one. So that's that. And I know if this sound quality on this is the same as the other one I've got, it is a really, really nice record. Don't ever be fooled off by thinking this is a lo-fi recording or anything. This was made in Decca Studios, so it is like the unofficial first ever Beatles album. Yes, it's not on par with Please Please Me, don't get me wrong, but on this this is more like the Beatles stage act before they became famous. Lot of cover versions. Although at the time, according to myth, John and Paul had wrote about 50 songs, but Brian Epstein said, "Oh well, you know, it's your big chance. Don't do any originals. Do songs that they'll know," which was probably the wrong decision, wasn't it, in hindsight? Lovely record though. Very, very happy with that. Like I say, that was £14 or £14.99. Don't know what Sue paid for that. So that's first two. Then I've got this one again. I am trying to sort of like broaden my musical tastes a little bit. I have got some Elvis in my collection. I do like Elvis, but I'm not the biggest Elvis fan in the world. I like his early stuff. I do like Burning Love and stuff like that was a little bit late, and I do like Way Down. I think his late 60s, early 70s stuff wasn't that good in my opinion, but you know, I'm not his biggest fan. This is a reissue of his 1956 debut album, and it's simply called Elvis Presley. And people who like The Clash will know this cover, because The Clash did a version of this, well, similar to this, to London Calling, didn't they? So on this you get Blue Suede Shoes, I'm Counting on You, I Got a Woman, One-Sided Love Affair, I Love You Because, and then Just Because. Side 2 is Tutti Frutti, trying to get to you. I'm going to sit right down and cry over you, isn't it, I think that. I'll Never Let You Go, Blue Moon and Money Honey. There's some like little photos of the young Elvis Presley there. Oh, this is on DOL Records as well. Is this a gatefold? Yes. Right, just bear with me, trusted knife. Shouldn't really be doing this, should I? But you don't buy records to keep in the shrink wrap, do you? You buy them to play them. Well, I do anyway. I think I'm going to cock this up if I'm not careful. I think that's done it. So if I do this very, very carefully, that might all come out in one anyway. That won't. So that's the shrink wrap off, and I will try and keep the stickers. Strange little story, and it will be a little story. When I got back into record collecting, when I first met Sue in 2014, 2015, I couldn't afford to buy brand new records. So the easiest way of building up my record collection was to go to car boots or even buy the odd job lot off eBay or places like that. And I did get this record. I got an original of this. Didn't have the sleeve, but it was the original on HMV, I think it was. Battered to crap it was. And I didn't really, like I say, I wasn't really that bothered about Elvis Presley at the time, so I put it on eBay for offers and I got £120 for it. Bearing in mind the job lot only cost me something like £20. So this is a gatefold, folks. Nice photo of Elvis on that. I don't think the original album came with a gatefold, did it? It's a shame. So this is how you know this probably isn't a legitimate LP. It's a shame they didn't put this on RCA or HMV, isn't it? 'Cause you ain't nothing but a hound dog, even though that's not on this record. About that 180 grams. That's got a polyline sleeve and a sleeve, so I'm looking forward to playing that one. If it'll go back in, don't want to go in. Oh, a quick update on some of the records that I did get from Rob's Records. So if you haven't watched that video, please do. I did say that I'd got a Bob Dylan album. Is it Nashville Skyline? And I tried over the past few years to get into Bob Dylan. Nothing. Played that album, absolutely love it. It has made me want to sort of like go out and buy a few more Bob Dylan albums, but I think they'll all be second-hand ones. Then there's this one. This is the Beatles Origins. So this is like cover versions that the Beatles used to cover when they was starting out. This was £16.99. I will do it like that so you can see the track listing if you wanted to. I'll stop it there and then you can freeze in if you want to, or zoom in. This is a double album, but it's in a single sleeve. You've got some cracking songs on here though. You've got Elvis Presley Blue Suede Shoes, Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps Bebopalula. Well, both John and Paul's done versions of that, haven't they? I actually do think John Lennon's version of that is actually quite good. You've got Bill Haley and the Comets, Shake, Rattle and Roll, Everly Brothers Chains, Chains my baby's got me locked up in chains, Carl Perkins, Everybody Wants to Be My Baby, Buddy Holly, Words of Love, Words of Love You, Johnny Kidd and the Pirates, A Shot of Rhythm and Blues, Chan Romeo, The Hip Hippie Shake. Side B, you've got Little Richard, Long Tall Sally, Larry Williams, Dizzy Miss Lizzie. I was listening to that in the car the other day, coming back from work, and it was a sunnish afternoon. Put that on, I thought I'm going to turn that up, so I turned it up and put all my windows down in the car. Oh, I'm a twat. Ray Charles, I've Got a Woman. The Isley Brothers, Twist and Shout. No disrespect to the Isley Brothers, but I think the Beatles version, although they covered the Isley Brothers, is a one of those very, very rare occasions where a cover version is probably better than the original. And I don't mean that with any disrespect or anything, because I do think the Isley Brothers version is brilliant, but I think the Beatles version outshines it in every way. Chuck Berry, All Over Beethoven. The Shirelles, Baby It's You. Little Willie John, Leave My Kitten Alone. Brilliant song. And then side 2 finishes off with the Donnays with Devil in His Heart. Side 3, or side C as this says, Buddy Holly, That'll Be the Day. Carl Perkins, Matchbox. Elvis Presley, That's Alright Mama, That's Alright with You. That's alright Mama, I'd do anything for you. Oh, that's alright. So I do like Elvis. Gene Vincent, Ain't She Sweet. Dion and the Belmonts, Shout. Yes, the Beatles did do a version of that for Around the Beatles, a TV show from 1964, I think. And John got away with saying some things he shouldn't have really said in that. Don't think they realised at the time. I think they always like swearing everybody and shouting out and stuff they were saying. Peggy Lee, Till There Was You. The Coasters, Youngblood, Arthur Alexander, Anna Gay Tim. They did a couple of Arthur Alexander songs, didn't the Beatles? And side 4, or side D as it says on here, Chuck Berry, Rock and Roll Music. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. You Really Got a Hold on Me. Brilliant song. I think that is probably in the same sort of like class as Twist and Shout. I think the Beatles version of that is fantastic. And they did try to re-record it, didn't they, during the Get Back sessions. The Coasters, Three Cool Cats, Little Richard, Kansas City. The Marvelettes, Please Mr. Postman. Richie Barrett, Some Other Guy. Some Other Guy now is taking my love away from me, oh my. And then Little Eva, Keep Your Hands Off My Baby. So let's see what the record labels are on this. Oh, they're done to actually look like the poster that's on the front. And they are in polyline sleeves. That actually looks really, really nice. So that's side A and side B, or sides 1 and side 2. Wouldn't say they're quite 180 gram though. Not far off, but not quite. And then this is the sides C and D. They're nice. So I know it looks quite white on there, but it is actually pink. That was £16.99 from Rough Trade. The Beatles Origins. So most of the songs that are on there, the Beatles probably used to sing at the Cavern Club and in Hamburg and things like that. How many more we've got left? 2 more. As you know, Beatle Dave has always been Beatle Dave. Beatle Dave actually used to be Dave the Punk Rocker many years ago. So this one's for you, Beatley Tone, because I know me and you had sort of a similar sort of musical tastes around the same time. And Nick's Vinyl Butt, if you're watching, you like this one. It's a reissue of the Damned's Machine Gun Etiquette. So you've got some classic Damned on here. You've got Love Song, Machine Gun Etiquette, I Just Can't Be Happy Today, I Just Can't Be Happy, I Just Can't Be Happy. Melody Lee, Anti-Pope and the Hands. Side 2 is Plan 9 Channel 7, Noise Noise Noise, Looking at You, Liar, Smash It Up Part 1 and Smash It Up. And I think this was the first album the Clash did after Brian James had left. I'm not quite sure what label this is on. This was £17.99. You do get an inner sleeve, so I don't know if you actually got this on the original one or not. This is an album I've never actually had, believe it or not. The years of anarchy, chaos and destruction. The Damned, says there. Little cartoon on the back. I think this was originally on Cheswick Records. All instrument played by the Damned, thanks to the road crew Tommy and Kenny. You fired. That's nice. Alan Ballard and Mick Young took the snaps. Artwork Phil Smee by Rick. Cheswick Records. Again, for saying I've just undone this, unsealed it, there's a lot of dust on it. So that is side 1, and that is side 2. They were a punk. If you don't know who the Clash were, the Damned were, they were one of the original punk bands. In fact, I think in the UK, these were the first band to release a punk single. Not sure about an album, but I know, didn't they get Nouveaux out before Anarchy in the UK, didn't they? Went through various line-up changes. They are still going today, although I don't think there's many of the original members left in it. Captain Sensible left at one point and did a bit of a solo career, which, to be honest, was more successful than he ever had with the Damned. He had a #1 with Happy Talk and things like that. Yeah, happy talking, happy talk. They're probably best known out of the UK because they did a version of Eloise. Eloise, diddle Eloise. But after punk, they were still a punk band, but then they started to go into like goth sort of thing. Still touring today. You can go and see a version of the Damned today. Really, really looking forward to playing this in a bit. I didn't want to play any of these till I'd shown them with you, because I thought if I'm gonna seal to unveil, or whatever you call it, seal to reveal, I'll do all these together. Yeah, I did actually see a version of the Damned in around 1979, 1980. I know that Scabies was in it, the drummer, and I know Captain Sensible was still in it, and I know Dave Vaughan or Vane or whatever his name is, the lead singer, was still in it, but I can't remember who was on the other guitar. I don't think it was Brian Jones. It was Brian James, wasn't it? Or Rick James, something like that. I'm sure it's Brian James. So yeah, fantastic album its own right. If you see any of these out in the wild, the original one of these goes for daft money. Really does go for daft money. And then if you've been watching some of my videos, you'll know I've started to not get back into the Who. I've always liked the Who, but my Who record collection, bear in mind it is mainly original records and LPs, stops around Tommy. Although I've got Quadrophenia. I have been after this album for a few years, but every time I've seen it, it's gone for like really, really stupid money. I did see PC31, the Vinyl Policeman. He'd got a recent box set that's come out of this album, which you get like a super duper deluxe box set with books and everything else, and you get about 10 CDs and a Blu-ray or something. Looked really, really good. Unfortunately, I can't afford that. And it has actually been re-released, this LP. You can get it on the original, just like the single disc, or you can get it as a triple LP. Now this is a triple LP, but this is a reissue from, I think it's 2012. I can't, bear with 1 second. Yeah, I think it's, no, sorry, 2003. 2003. So you do get the original album, which is record 1. It's just 3 records. So the first album is Who's Next. So on side 1 you get 6 songs, and then on side 2 you get 3 songs, but then you get an extra. So originally this would have been a 9-track album, but these have made it a 10. So the extra song you get is Baby Don't You Do It, which goes on for 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and that was New York Record Plant Session. The rest of the disc 1 is the original album. And then you get 2 extra discs. So this isn't to be confused with the one that's out at the minute, although this is brand new. So disc 2, side 1 is New York Record Plant Sessions. Then side 2 of disc 2 is the Young Vic Live. So I presume is that the Young Vic in London, or is that the old Vic? I don't know. Side 3 is the Young Vic Live, and disc 3, side 1 is the Young Vic Live, and disc 3, side 2 is the Young Vic Live. So these are obviously live recordings. So you get Getting in Tune, Pure and Easy, Love Ain't For Keeping, Behind Blue Eyes and Won't Get Fooled Again. So that's New York Record Plant Session. Now the rest of it, wherever it was recorded, because I haven't got a clue where the Young Vic is. I know the old Vic is in London, but so you've got Love Ain't For Keeping, Pure and Easy, Young Man Blues, Time Is Passing, Behind Blue Eyes, I Don't Even Know Myself. Then you got Too Much of Everything, Getting in Tune, Bargain, Waiter, My Generation, I'm a Road Runner, Naked Eye and Won't Get Fooled Again. So there's some classic Who songs on that. The original album, by the way, the track listing was, just in case you don't know which, but I suppose most of you will, starts off with Baba O'Reilly, Bargain, Love Ain't For Keeping, My Wife, The Song Is Over, Getting in Tune, Going Mobile, Behind Blue Eyes and Won't Get Fooled Again. That was the original album. And this is how daft I was until a few years ago. I didn't actually know what that cover actually meant. If you actually look, I just thought they were stood behind this monument thing. But actually they've all been and had a wee, haven't they? Putting it politely. So, shall we? Is this a gatefold? Probably. Shall we undo it? Well, seeing as we've done the others, we might as well, haven't we? We might as well, folks. In fact, I'll just pull that one off. This was £27, this one, which wasn't bad. That Damned one was £17.99. So it is a gatefold. So let's have a look at I presume the original one is this one. Well, at least it does still say Track Records on it. Nice heavyweight record. That is basically how the original album would have come out in the UK. I think in America this originally came out on Decca, didn't it? 1971, wasn't it, this? Originally it wasn't going to be this, it was going to be a completely different album, wasn't it? Which I won't go into, Lifehouse or something. Some of the songs did end up on here, but not all of them. That's actually quite nice, quite like that. And then what we've got in here. So these are the, oh, if they'll come out, these are the other two ones then. Disc 2 side. So these are still on track then, which is nice. Oh no, tell a lie. Just on about something, let me, I'll show you something in a minute. So that's Who's Next, Disc 2 side 1, the New York Record Plant Session. And then side 2 is the Young Vic Live. Because I know on the new 3 LP set of this, you do get live recordings, but I think aren't they from Australia or somewhere? That's actually quite nice. Now this is dead good. It was on about originally in America, this album came out on Decca, yeah. So for the last disc, they've actually put it on what the disc would have looked like in America at the time, or very similar. Although, you know, this is Who's Next, the Young Vic Live, disc 3 side 1. and then disc 3 side 2. Isn't that nice? Because I think in America they've been through a few labels, haven't they? Went Decca, then what, didn't they go on to MCA? Don't know what they're on there. In the UK they've been on quite a few labels, ended up on Track, which eventually got took over by Polydor. I mean that does say Track Records, Polydor Recordings on it. I don't know if you can see that actually, which is what the originals would have said. I think that's wicked. I think that is actually quite good. Now, I think what I paid for that 27, what was it, 27 something, wasn't it? $27.99 for 3 records. I don't think that's bad. Yes, I could have got a 3-disc edition of the new mixed version. It would have probably cost me a little bit more than that. So out of all these, I think I haven't done too bad, to be honest. Apparently in America, if you've got a first version, it says track, it'll say Decca Records there and then Polydor over there. It won't have a barcode on it, obviously. I'm quite happy with that. I don't know if you got if this was a gatefold or not when it originally came out. I don't think it was. Looking forward to playing this, really. I'm looking forward to playing this. So yeah, I spent the grand total of £75 in rough trade on them records, which in all fairness isn't too bad, is it, for saying brand new? And that was the most expensive one, wasn't it? 27. That was £17.99. Sue bought that one, by the way, for £16.99. And then I think the other, I think they was, can't remember. I think that was £16.99, wasn't it? And I think that one was £14.99. So because I spent £75 or over, I got a bonus, which was they gave me a free bag. So yeah, which was, I mean, I don't mind that. I'm laughing, but I do think it's actually quite good, because we've been to other places and I've asked for a bag and they've charged me like £6 or £7 for a bag like this. So yeah, Rough Trade Records, London, Nottingham, Bristol and New York. So all the years I've been going to Nottingham, I never actually knew that there was a Rough Trade Record in Nottingham. You learn something every day, don't you? Strange little fact though is, when Richard Branson, yes, him, started his first ever record shop, that was actually in Nottingham. Small world, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Whatever you're doing, please, please, please stay safe. Like I say, thank you to everybody that's subscribing. Nearly 4,000 subscribers now. I can't believe it. I do know I've got a lot of people from around the world now watching my videos because of the comments I'm getting and things like that. So I must be doing something right, he says. I don't know what it is. And, you know, if John says if I knew, I could bottle it and sell it to people or become managers of other YouTubers or something. Bear with 1 second. Yeah, so like I say, thank you to everybody. You know, you are the Beatle Dave. You are doing me really, really proud. I'm sort of lost for words now on what to say about subscribers. You're the best. I think you are the best subscribers out there. And I do know that some of you subscribe to other people because, you know, I'm not being big-headed. You know, I know you don't all just subscribe to me. But yeah, I've got some of the best subscribers out there. I love each and every one of you. You know, you're all fantastic. You're all very supportive and things like that. You know, and I'm starting to waffle on a bit now, aren't I? So I think it might be time to say cheerio. Once again, thank you for watching this video. If you've got to the end of the video, you need a thumbs up off Beatle Dave. I know it's a long one. I was going to do all them in separate videos, but I thought they'd do more together. So once again, thank you everybody. If you like the video, you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing, because it is free, it doesn't cost you a penny. If you've liked it, you're subscribed, or you're not subscribed, just leave us a thumbs up, because that helps YouTube promote the channel and my videos, so that is much appreciated. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. I'm working some weird and wonderful shifts again at work, so I might not be able to get back to you straight away, but I will try and get back to each and every one of you. Sometimes it might only be a thumbs up and a heart, but at least you know I've read it. I do try to like answer them all, but sometimes work commitments, you know, I come home from work and I'm just absolutely knackered. I've had my tea, have a shower and go to bed most of the time, and that's gonna be it. So like I've said before, whatever you're doing, please stay safe. You know, Beatle Dave loves each and every one of you, and hopefully I will see you all very, very soon on the next video. But until then, stay safe everybody. Love and peace, man. Love and peace.